Hi, and welcome to my channel, Laura's Library Card. So this is my stack status video where I discuss what I have just finished and what I am currently reading, and maybe in near future to just give you a status on all of my stacks of books. Also, like library stacks, I thought it was clever. Anyway, so what have I just finished? I have just finished in the last week or so, I finished The Eye of the World by Robert Jordan, which is the first book in the Wheel of Time series, and I filmed a quick little spoiler-free review that is pending, so keep an eye out for that. The review that is not pending is Get a Life, Chloe Brown, which is by Talia Hibbert, and I filmed a review and posted it, so I'll put that up in the cards here. And I liked it. I think I gave it 4 stars. I think I will come back to it in the future just because I really like the language the author was using, and I totally plan to read Take a Hint, Danny Brown, but that's sort of on my request list coming up later, in the future. And the last thing I'm going to mention that I finished recently is I'll Be Gone in the Dark by Michelle McNamara, which is a true crime journalistic nonfiction book, which was really cool. I listened to that on audio and the narrator was great. And I think I mentioned this in a video, but just briefly, I really liked it. I wish that Michelle McNamara hadn't passed away before the Golden State Killer was found and captured and taken to jail. And now I really want to do some research on like who he really was. But this book was really well constructed and really cool look at all of the sort of like armchair detective work that Michelle McNamara did, and also how she was sort of super interested in this crime that had happened, in the mid 70s. Well, 76 to like 86. So it was a really cool book, and I super recommend it for anybody who really likes true crime and feeling kind of, tingles of creepiness. So what am I currently reading? I am currently reading the Kindle book of Addicted to You, which is by Krista and Becca Ritchie. This is the first book in a series that's called Addicted, and I think I'm about 40% of the way through the Kindle book. I'm liking it. It definitely is like a dark romance. There are a lot of really dark themes, content warning for addictions, sex addiction, alcohol addiction, familial abuse is sort of the vibe I'm getting. I guess I should not give content warnings until I've finished the book. But there's a lot of codependencies and family trauma that's also happening in this book. So it's not for everyone. And I don't think that the addictions that the two main characters are having are healthy for anybody to have. But I will say it's sort of interesting to read how the two of them are making a relationship work and how that is now developing into a romantic relationship where they both have these addictions that they're struggling with on a day-to-day basis. I'm listening on audiobook to Text Me Baby One More Time, which is by Teagan Hunter, and it's part of the texting series. It's the 4th book. I've not read any of the other books. It popped up as something that was instantly available to check out a week or 2 ago when I was between audiobooks, so I went ahead and got it checked out. I'm about 75% of the way through. I'm enjoying it. There's a lot of banter. That is the most of the conversation that's happening in this book is that our two main characters are bantering back and forth. We do get snippets of how they didn't meet, but they first started communicating over text message 6 years ago from the current time of the book. And so we do get these flashbacks of texting conversation, which are great. I think that they're a hair cleaned up in that there's no LOLs or emojis, But I mean, that's like sort of explained away. But we see sort of the origin of these two, and then also like what has happened now, or like what it's, you know, what their relationship is now. My biggest frustration with this book is that they say like up front that like the guy messed up. Like he did something in the past that blew up their relationship, and this romance is a second chance romance, and like they just keep referring over and over to like his mistake or like what happened or like ever since then. And I'm just like, okay, look, I get that this is like a source of conflict and it's something you guys are gonna have to work through, and I think that I'm just getting to that part where they're like working through it, but at the same time it's so annoying for like it to just constantly be like hinted at, and we're at like I'm at 75% and like they're finally starting to talk about it, and you're finally like getting a reveal, and I still think there's another reveal that like he has to say to her, and I just feel like there could have been better conflict that was more current, as opposed to like this thing between them that's been there for 5 years that has prevented them from being together for 5 years, that the reader is like just like strung along and along and along, not knowing. The next two I'm using as my like transition into the coming soon, because I have technically started both The Great Hunt, which is the second book in the Wheel of Time series by Robert Jordan, but I'm like 4%. I think I finished chapter 2, so I really don't have anything to say about it other than this is my read-along book and I'm starting it, and we're going to do like sort of a quarter of the book per week. And the other book that I sort of just started is A Song Below Water, which is by Bethany C. Morrow. I'm doing a buddy read for this book with my friends Savannah and Cecily. I will link their channels down below. We're gonna have a discussion about it this upcoming weekend, and so I have to finish it this week. I'm about 30 pages in, so I don't really feel like I have much to like say about it yet because I haven't gotten a real handle on it. But I have just technically started both of those books. So coming soon, I plan to continue to read both those books. I need to finish them. A Song Below Water, I hope to finish this week. Addicted to You and Text Me Baby One More Time, I also hope to finish this week because I think they're both expiring soon. And so coming up that I haven't started yet is Eclipse by Stephenie Meyer, because I'm doing my Twilight reread, and I think that'll probably be what I start after Text Me Baby One More Time is over, because I have Eclipse on audiobook. I also have Felix Ever After that I just checked out today by Kacen Callendar, and I'm really excited for that book. I don't really know that much about it other than I see it all over BookTube and Goodreads, and I guess I missed out on it for Pride Month, but I requested it during Pride Month, so that just came available, and that's on my coming soon list. Also coming soon is I have a NetGalley arc out that's a contemporary romance. So I sort of feel like I need to get to that, but also like because I have a couple months, there's no like expiration date. It's sort of like on my back burner, but I've been sort of pushing it back. So that is probably coming soon, and if I don't hate it, I will do a review on it. So there you have it. That is my stacks status. That is sort of what I am currently reading and what I've just finished and what's coming up soon. So thank you so much for watching. If I mentioned any authors or any books that you have anything to say about, please comment down below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you think that anything that I am declaring I'm reading sounds interesting to you. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. I know my hair looks kind of stupid, but I just took it out of its ponytail, so. So in this video, this is my stacks